Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order at 12:09 p.m. Welcome, everybody. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Choi, you want to lead us on that?
Sure. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for that. Roll call. Miriam, do you want to do that?
Sure, Mr. Chairman. Jose Zuniga,
Present.
Olivia Varela,
Present.
Edward Ochoa,
Present.
Lalo Uribe,
Present.
Esteban Rangel. We got four, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Usually we have approval of the minutes. On this time, we're not gonna have it. On the next meeting, we'll be approving the minutes from last meeting and this meeting as well. So, just for you to know. Public comments, we're gonna open the floor. There isn't any public at the moment. I don't know if there's anybody online, but we'll keep it open until the end of the meeting.
We don't have any public comments at the moment, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Communication and new business, presentation of semi-annual project status, report for the Coast Development Project, discussion and project status, and timeline for next steps.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, board members. Thank you all very much for taking time out of your day to come and get our semi-annual report. Miriam and Amber and everybody, thank you so much for helping on this project. As you know, we've been working diligently. We are definitely spending money and trying to get this thing wrapped up. I'll go through this relatively quickly, but this is our master plan. As you can see, we have several projects on the boards, several projects that have been completed, and I'll kind of go through those here really quickly. We have conveyed this piece of property to an apartment developer. There's quite no plans yet to go vertical, but they do own it. This is where Clear Choice Hospital is going. I was speaking to Miriam a little earlier. They have a couple of other things that they're working on that could make this project even bigger. They have the ability to option out this piece of property, and they might be doing that sooner than later. So, and I'm like, let's walk before we run, right? Let's go vertical. So the college is going right here. This doesn't quite show where it's at. We've already conveyed that piece of property to the college. They own it in fee. It got recorded, correct? Yeah. So that is buttoned up. As you all recall, this was our original area where we're going to have the college go. That kind of changed. We brought them over here with your all's approval. And so this track is actually platted. It's what we call our phase 3. And but we have it there as a placeholder right now. We're really not quite marketing it yet. Can you all see it?
Oh, much better.
Better?
Phase 3.
Now we can see you.
Yes.
You can see me? So I apologize. And I don't know if you can see my cursor over here. I'm kind of pointing.
Yes.
So anyway, the college was going to go there. That track is platted. We are actually kind of master planning this entire area for commercial retail. We're pretty far along. However, our friends at TxDOT have kind of thrown a little hickey. Not the hickey, but I mean, they're under construction. It'll probably be a while before that retail really kind of gets off the ground. These green areas, if you recall, are the first 50 lots. We, and I'm gonna, and really, and I'll go through the rest of this quickly, but you know, we currently have fully built homes, about 30 of them on these 50 lots. We have actually on the 50 lots, we have about 30 of them. Under construction, we have 44 homes, and homes under contract are 18. So, and we have residents that are living there already. And so we've been very pleased with the ramp up as far as homes are going. And and the homes are selling. And I think we had in our proposal or our development plan, $275,000 homes. These first ones are going for about $500,000, about $400,000 to $500,000, and they're selling, which is great. We are also focused here on phase 4 right now. This plat is fully recorded. We're building homes on here. These homes will be a little smaller. The price range will probably be between $300,000 and $400,000. So we hope to have a good mix of people buying those. 7C, as we showed you last time, this is under construction. We're about 10 days behind schedule just because of rain and some of those items, but we're anticipating this to come online in October so we can start going vertical there. Phase 8 has been, we've gotten final plat approval. We're putting this out to bid. And let me go back. These 50 lots is about 100 single family lots. This is about 75, and then this is about another 100. And this will be, we're putting it out to bid in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully we'll start construction in about 45 days to 60 days. And this way we can continue. What this will do, this will bring out Champions Way all the way to Inspiration, and Inspiration is going to get built to this point as well. So that will now then open this up, which is phase 6. That we have preliminary plat. We're working on final plat approval. I anticipate that will happen in the next 90 days, and we will put that out to bid so then we can make this connection on Champions Way to where it terminates over here by the elementary school. And then, of course, by building that infrastructure, you open up all these other tracts of land. So that's kind of where we are as far as construction in what's built, what we're building, and what's coming. Okay?
Question,
Yep.
please. What's your average cost of home in phase 7 and phase 8?
So let's go to, phase 7 is probably going to be between 450 to 500,000. Those lots are a little bigger also. You go back to 8 and it's going to be between 300 and 400. Those are a little smaller. And it's all that coving design again. I don't know if y'all have had a chance to drive through there. I was talking to Miriam earlier. We might have a video presentation for you all just to kind of have a drone shot through there, because it really is, doing this for the past 30 years, you kind of, get used to the building our subdivisions to the minimum. When we decided to and committed to this coving plan, it was exciting for me because it's something new. The residents or our population is embracing it, but it was interesting I wanted to see what it ended up looking like, right? And so we're really happy with the design. It really makes for a beautiful curb appeal on it, and again, the success is we're actually selling homes, so that's a good thing. But yeah, so phase 8 and 6 will probably be a little smaller lots. We are looking at and in the future to do some bigger estate lots, but that we probably won't be ready to show those probably for another 12 months.
Rhoda, with what's going on right now with ICE and all these things, I know some subcontractors are slowing down. Is that going to affect you all in some way?
Well, I mean, I think it's affecting everybody a little bit, right? I carry my passport now all the time, right? I'm joking. But some people are. I mean, it's not a joke. I mean, some people do carry their passport, and we've been. I don't know if we've had any raids on the site there, but we've had repercussions because the contractors team won't go. And I say the passport just because some of the people that are legal just don't want to go through the hassle, right? And and we don't hire those people, but I know in the commercial developments it's been happening. It's something that we have to look at, and we're cautious about. We do have people. I mean, we're continuing to move forward, and we're working, and we're explaining to our contractors. We just got to get them built. So, yeah. Yeah, we don't encourage the illegal immigration, or we don't encourage them, but you know, all our subcontractors are fully legal, and I mean the people that we hire are operational, and they can work in this country. So, okay. These are just some photos. These are actually a little dated, but because both sides of this road are already developed, and I think all the homes are, I mean, I think there's 10 homes on that lot. They're all sold and people living in them. This is 4B. You can see from last time we've built several more homes. We'll be in the parade again this year. We have a home that's under construction over back in this area where my cursor is. So we should be selling homes there in the next 60 days. So again, going very well. This is 7C. This is the one we have under construction. We're, like I said, about 10 days behind schedule, but moving, we hope to make some gain some momentum there. Just another view of 7. These are homes that are already built, which were in the 50 pods in the very first 50 lot that we delivered. Another view of 4B kind of tells you here we have 30 homes fully built, 44 under construction, 21 sold, and 18 under contract. So I mean, now it's, you know, we got to get them finished and get the people to move in. Pending. This is 6C. We already talked about. It's about 100 lots. These are the commercial tracts we spoke about. Clear Choice, apartment complex. This is the college site that's already been conveyed to them. Another shot of this is actually Clear Choice is right in here. So you can see our infrastructure is already built. That's already been approved by the city. There'll be a package that we'll be submitting here hopefully pretty soon.
Rolly, I'm sorry.
Questions? Perfect time.
So, is there any time frame of when Clear Choice will start to, or the development that is next to it? I believe they're
The apartment
the
complex.
apartments.
So I know that the apartment complex has been working on plans. I don't think they're ready to pull the trigger yet, just simply because of the atmosphere of interest rates. But at some point, you know, they're going to probably want to move. Clear Choice, they purchased the property right at the end of last year. I know they've been diligently working with a couple of other groups to kind of partner up, which, I mean, if they're able to accomplish it, will be kind of game changers for the medical industry in Laredo. And they're getting very close to wrapping those two things up. I'm not at liberty to say what it is, but I mean, it'll change the landscape of the medical industry in Laredo. And but beyond that, really, there's not much I can add to that as far as them going vertical. Again, if they're open today, they couldn't get to their site because of TxDOT anyway, right? So, I mean, if I was a betting man, it'd be 24 to 36 months before they operational, running, and going. So, yeah, I mean, and again, and even for us, I mean, the commercial retail, the loop's got to get finished. At least the west or the east side of those access roads have to be operational, so we have good access, right? With at least people coming from south going north. And I'm trying to get an update on that from TxDOT, just so we know what we can try to schedule. But You know, I will tell you though, we have interest from grocery stores. We have, and not your typical grocery store. We have interest from hotels. So I do think once we get going, that stuff will move pretty good.
And
Great location.
the only reason I ask is because they're obviously by and large going to be game changers to the project itself, to the economy and to the development.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, and you go back and look at our pro forma, which, you know, I always tell people don't get stuck on the pro forma because that is just kind of a guess, right? It kind of ebbs and flows. But we had no idea we were going to do a hospital. And again, you know, I've mentioned it before. If it not for this type of tool, that probably would have never happened. And it wouldn't have happened there for sure, right? So, but yeah, I mean, that will be a huge help to the incremental revenue for the TERS, right? So the city can get their 60%, the development get 40%, and it'll be a huge boost, absolutely.
Is TxDOT on schedule?
Well, you know, like I mentioned, I'm trying to get some an update from them because I really want to know when they're going to finish the west side or the east side, right? And then they'll make that connection. And they've already started putting some barriers. They've already started doing some base material. So at some point you're going to have, and if you go out there and you'll see this asphalt that's close to this property on the east side of Loop 20, on the west side of our property line. That will be kind of the northbound traffic. I think the existing roadway that's there today will be the southbound, right? So they'll be able to do that. And then they're going to move to the east side. And then the east side, they'll do the same thing they're doing on the, they're going to move to the west side. Then they'll be doing the same thing that they're doing today on the east side, is finishing those access roads. And then they'll have those two open, and then they'll go in and do the middle. I mean, you know, they're looking at 2028. Really is kind of right around the corner. They're blowing. I mean, you know, the beauty of it is they really have kind of free reign, right? I mean, they have some traffic issues, but it's not that bad. A lot of the utilities have been moved. The electrical. Edward, I don't know if you're helping anybody along that stretch, but Centerpoint is finishing up. AEP is finishing up, and I know those two just because they're coming to us for access or what have you. And utilities is kind of the slow part. Once they start blowing and going on the roadways, they should be in pretty good shape. So
for the infrastructure that's going around where Clear Choice property is supposed to go, how close to being ready is that?
the infrastructure is there, right? So if you can imagine, say the hospital could magically open doors tomorrow, we would have to make another small connection to from where we finished our improvements to Loop 20, right? So they can have access. We didn't do it because it's just going to get torn up, right? So, so to answer your question, all the infrastructure per the plat is completed, and it's done.
And they've made quite a few changes. They went big, they came small.
Right.
Now what I'm hearing you say is they might be going big again.
Well, it's just they're bringing in some partners, and they're I say partners. I mean they're just adding to the ability to add different services, right? And so I do think that if it happens, it's great, and I know that they're working diligently at that. I think they're still looking at what they want to do, and I can talk to them for our next meeting, which we'll talk a little bit about right now, and see if they have some type of timeline. And maybe I can bring Jacob or Victor over here to talk to you all as well.
That'd be great.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Now, in terms of your projected timelines for the number of residential, build outs, where are you? I know you had a few setbacks, but,
Yeah,
overall,
so I think we're working with the city a lot better. I think they fully now kind of grasp this coving design, which, you know, was different than what had been done in the past. Our engineers are understanding what the city wants to see, so that is getting a little better. So now it's, I mean, you know, let me see if I can go back. Sorry. So if we do, so 150, say 225, I mean, so by the end of this year, we should have 500 lots either fully platted, completed, or under construction. And the charge that's been given to our development team is to just continue. So at any given time, we would love to have 300 single-family lots on the ground so that we're just moving through these things. And it's taken us, I mean, it's taken us 2 years to get to where we're at today, right? But so, I mean.
what's a
So-
new
so say-
concept?
Yeah, so say there's 500, I mean, you know, we can do 2,000 single-family homes, so I would say in the next 7 to 8 years, this thing should be fully built out. Residential-wise, commercial might lag a little bit, but, so.
Yep.
I really won't have any hair by then.
As far as schedule for reimbursement, are you all submitting,
Yes, so
Have any
that's a
plan?
great question, and if you don't mind, we can go to the next part, which talks about next annual report. So we have this huge binder that we're putting on a pen drive. And what we'd like to do, we have a couple of them that are complete. We've got the city approval, we have the developer approval, and we would like to submit those two packages. This way, they're there, right? And as I've always mentioned, you know, we know that that incremental is building up. And what we would like to, and working with Miriam and her team is, okay, here's, and phase 3 is gonna be the first one. And phase 3 and the 50 lots. So those two will be on a shelf somewhere. We'll have them on a pen drive. We have a rolling spreadsheet that shows what's been spent and what accounts have been spent out of. And so, what we'd love to do is maybe have another meeting in late July, early August. If that's okay with the board and with the city. And what we'd like to do is maybe bring that first couple of projects to you all, so y'all can see. And we'll get with Miriam, and we have them ready. We're not on the agenda for that, but I think that would be very helpful. And what we'll do is we'll send her a pen drive with everything on it, and so y'all can review it. I mean, we don't have to wait 30 days for that. We can probably get that to her in the next couple of weeks, so that you all see what's being delivered. And you know, the development agreement we have is very specific in what needs to be provided, right? And so we're sticking to that. And there's no questions. I mean, it's a pretty simple system. I mean, all of the planning process. You put the project out to bid. You select your bidder. You prepare a contract. You get it built. Then you know, all your draw requests. We have all that. The conditional lien waivers. Then when the project's finished, the unconditional lien waiver. You get the final city engineer approval with the plating process, which is actually a condition of submitting this thing. So it's really pretty simple. It's just keeping track of that paperwork, which we're trying our best to do. Just to make it simple. I mean, it's not rocket science, and it's a process that anybody follows when they're developing a piece of real estate. So.
Thank you.
No, absolutely. Thank you for the question because it's time. I think the other thing that we're gonna work on in the next couple of weeks with Miriam and her team is to make sure everybody's on the same page for the increment. You all have a bank account that money's going into. We probably ought to start having an accounting portion to this, what's in the balance. This way you all are looking at that as well. And then, you know, at some point, until this thing goes, it should be in some type of income producing money market account. Because Pepe's giving 10% CDs. So yeah, you know, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I said, no, it really doesn't matter, Chief. But today, I mean, it makes a difference. You know, there's some interest being earned, which is good. So if you all don't mind, what we can do, we can get with Miriam and maybe try to set something up for either later this month or the 1st of August. And this way, and it'll just be that, right? It won't be, and what we'll try to do is have that video too, right? And that would, we'll do the video and then we'll just talk a little bit about the submittal project. Then you all can accept it and it gets shelved until there's enough money to reimburse. Is that okay?
Yeah, that works for us.
All right, we'll work on that.
Okay. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you for your.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you all for your time and service. Appreciate it.
Okay, we're gonna close public comments at this time. No comments at all. And if nothing else, motion to adjourn.
Second?
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.